Hey, Maria Gudelis here from fasttracktofreedom.com, and this video is all about your freedom number. What is that? That's the number that you want to get to be able to quit your job, leave your job, or maybe you already are an entrepreneur and maybe it's that number that you need to get to really feel fantastic and free and have the money coming in, cash flow coming in that allows you to do whatever you want, okay? So I'm not sure if you're on our newsletter yet, but if you are, last week actually Kara sent a brilliant Freedom Friday newsletter out that talked about how to calculate your freedom number, okay? So just to recap what that was about, I need you to think about what number is it per month, and I'm talking net profit, you know, after taxes, after all your costs, do you need to live the lifestyle you want, right? Because we're talking about a freedom lifestyle for you, all right? Some of you maybe have simplified your life. So instead of saying, I need to make twice as much money as I'm making now to live the life I want, maybe it's like, okay, you know what? I got rid of the 5,000 square foot house. I got rid of the Mercedes. I got rid of all this stuff that, you know, maybe you didn't want. And now I have a simplified life and I have half of the costs, right? So there's a couple ways you can look at it. So to make it easier, let's just work with $10,000 as the freedom number per month, right? Because with 10,000 US dollars per month, you can live a pretty nice lifestyle, especially when you know that it's coming in on a more recurring and defined basis, okay? So say you want 10,000 per month. What we got to figure out when we're talking about online marketing is what the heck is the product or service that you're selling, right? And what price point are you going to price it at in order for you to, you know, get to this $10,000 per month? Because work with me, we're going to calculate this, and actually we have a free freedom, kind of your freedom number fast track download where you can do this exercise with us. And I highly suggest you do it because the subconscious mind is a powerful thing. Whatever you set as a goal in your subconscious, believe it or not, the universe and all the neurons in your body and you're at a cellular level, it's going to help you achieve it, okay? So I want you to kind of get that PDF, do that exercise, or open up a notebook right now and write with me what your freedom number is. And so say, I'm picking some easy numbers here. Say your product or service is $100. Whether it's an e-commerce physical product, whether it's a digital product, maybe it's your coaching or consulting service, you know, work with me here on the number, because this obviously could be $1,000, right? So if it's $1,000, all you need to do is sell 10 times $1,000 to get to 10,000, right? But let's just say it's $100, right? Say you're doing a digital product, information product. So how many do you need? Well, you need 100, right? So 100 times 100 gives you 10,000 a month. So now work with me here. If you need 100 customers, right, per month to buy this, well, where do you get those customers from, right? You're going to have some sort of list. Like, there's a reason why they say the money is in your list, and I like to say that your business valuation is in your list, because when you have a list of people that know, like, trust you, they will buy from you, okay? So out of this list selling 100, you know, how many is, what's this number in this list, right? You know, and in order to get this list, we have another question to ask, right? How are you going to get that list? So I'm just going to kind of draw this here, and this is, say, traffic. Whether you use Facebook or YouTube, or maybe someone else who has a big list and you do affiliate marketing and you get them to send traffic to you, you need to send traffic to start building a list, right, to sell to, right? Whether you sell them right to your product page or to opt in to, like, hey, I'll give you this free report, give me your email. That's probably how you're on my list right now, probably, if you're watching this and you got this from our email, that now we're sending you information like this video to nurture you, right? So basically, as you get to know, like, trust me and Kara and Fast Track to Freedom, you're more likely to buy from us when we have something to sell to you, okay? So out of this 100, you know, how many do we need in this list to sell 100? And so when you, or how much traffic do we need as well? Now, typically, you know, just to kind of work with me here on numbers, because we're working with 100 here, typically you might only get 2 to 3% of cold traffic to buy from you. Whether it's $100 or $27, that's typically, when you're really good at what you do, that's the number. So I hate to burst your bubble. You don't need to send 100 visitors here and you're going to sell 100 people, right? We're only talking 2 or 3%. So, you know, when you really think about that, oh my God, Maria, I'm going to need a lot of traffic for that. Well, let's kind of work the numbers out. And what I'm going to do now is kind of discuss with you, if I have 1,000 people on my list, right? 1,000 people that's on my list. That doesn't mean traffic as far as sending 10,000 people here. But if I have 1,000 people on my list, how much traffic do I need to send to build this list? Okay, so say I had, you know, say I'm sending in between here this little thing called an opt-in where they're entering their email list, right? And right now, and this is unheard of statistics, but right now live, and we actually have a case study documenting this, and I'll tell you more about that later, is right now with traffic we're sending, we're converting at a 52% rate. So for every 100 people that come, right? So say there's 100 people, this is what's really cool. We're having 52 people come into our list to build our list, because we've made a goal for a brand new business, brand new product, sales funnel launch is to get 1,000 people on our list that we can then sell to, right? Now, work with me on some numbers here. If for every 100 people that come, 52 people then opt in. Now, for me, for my business plan, if I want to get to 1,000, right? That would mean that, okay, if I send, let me just erase this for a second, right? No. Now I'm using the 52%, and granted it might be 20 or 30% typically the conversion rate of people who opt in who visit, but let's use my live case study, 52%. So that means for every 1,000 people I send, I'm gonna have 520, okay, that come to my list. So this means I only need 2,000, right? And that's gonna be 1,040, right? But that gets me my goal, right? I always believe in goals. Listen. When I broke all records on one of the biggest marketing forums in the world, what I did is I made a goal that I want to sell a $17 information product and clear $100,000 in 24 hours or less, right? How in the world can you do that, right? So what I did is I made that my goal. I actually laminated my goal. I put it on my refrigerator. I put it in my wallet, because I laminated it, had a little in my wallet, and I actually even called it the $100,000 WSO. No one had ever broken that record before, right? Since then, it's like breaking the 4-minute mile. Other people have gone to do that. But, you know, when you set that goal, that's the power of now putting everything in motion to achieve that goal. So I want you to do this for yourself. So 2,000 visitors, right, will get you your 1,000 lists, which then could easily get you that, you know, that means 10% of that 1,000 lists buy this product from you, you know, to get 100 people. There's your 10,000 freedom number achieved. Okay, so do you see how this is working? So now, how do you get the 2,000 traffic, right? Well, one of the things that we can do is use paid traffic. And the other thing we could do is use affiliate marketing, get other people to market for you, okay? But before I even go there, because I'm going to talk about that in another video, all right? Let's break this down by week, right? So what's 2,000 divided by 4? Because I want to, you know, Kira has an excellent video about, you know, it's like a cheesecake, right? Kira, something about cheesecake? Okay, so she's behind me and she doesn't want to talk. But anyway, it's like, how do you eat a cheesecake? One piece at a time, right? So let's break this down to one piece at a time. 200 divided by 4 weeks equals 500. So I need 500 website visitors to, you know, my offer or my opt-in or my e-commerce product to be able to build that 1,000 person list, to be able to sell 100, to be able to get to my freedom number of $10,000 a month, all right? So 500, now think about that, divided by 7 days a week, that's less than 100 a week. That's pretty cool, right? I mean, really cool. So if we need, you know, less than 100 visitors a day, how do we get that? All right, so that's where, you know, here's now where we talk about where do we get visitors, where do we get traffic. It's sort of the holy grail of internet marketing, whatever you're doing online. So let's take that to the next video in this series, and I hope you look forward to it, where I can walk you through how you're going to get traffic and how much it's going to cost, and I'll show you real life case studies inside our own Fast Track to Freedom Facebook ad account. Who does that, right? People actually opening up their ad account and showing you, not just bragging about stuff. I'm going to show you the good and the bad and the ugly of our paid traffic account. Maria Gudelis, signing off.